Cats are aloof, crazy, and really just all generally arseholes most of the time. But that's why we love them. So here's a list of some brilliant moggys you can find in PC games. Let's be honest, everyone loves to see cats on their screens. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why YouTube was invented in the first place, right? But I feel like cats are a little underrepresented in video games. We get a lot of doggos, and don't get me wrong, there is a dog version of this list already in the making. But I feel like there are a few amazing felines which just don't get the recognition they deserve. First up is May Borowski from Night in the Woods. May is a 20-year-old anthropomorphic cat who moves back to her hometown of Possum Springs after dropping out of college. We immediately get a sense of mystery around May, as she doesn't seem to want to talk about the reason she left college, not even with her parents. At first glance, Night in the Woods seems to be a slice-of-life style story game, but the more the story develops, it takes a lot of deep and sometimes dark turns, dealing with issues such as depression, anxiety, and religion. Playing as May, we get to see life through her eyes and all the challenges that comes with it. She's quirky, sarcastic, and a little sassy, like most cats really, and eventually we start to see where that comes from. May has a past she's trying desperately to forget, and as we follow her through the game, we see her mental health start to deteriorate as she tries to solve a dark mystery in the town. This is all while also trying to figure out her place in life and reconnect with some friends in the hopes that she might feel a bit more normal, whatever that is. I won't give too much of the story away, but through May's eyes we get a glimpse of what it's like navigating life and social situations with different mental health issues. She struggles to confront the darkness of her past, and essentially things start to get worse. But with the help of a few loyal friends from her childhood, she eventually finds some kind of acceptance. May and the other characters in this game are witty and sarcastic, and the dialogue is fresh and intelligent. This really helps balance out some of the darker themes in the game, and keeps you entertained while exploring some really important issues. I think we can all relate to May's struggles, even in a small way. And although we get frustrated with her for not always making the right choices, it's also why ultimately we fall totally in love with her. Next on the list is your furry little friend from Stardew Valley. Now, this particular kitty doesn't have a set name, as you adopt them on the farm, so you get to choose a name yourself. I dubbed my little floof Taco. Yes, I name my game pets after food. Get over it. It's lovely having little Taco wander around the farm. She comes to check out the crops sometimes to stretch her wee legs. Or, while I'm carrying out back-breaking work ploughing fields and digging up potatoes, she just lays around sunning herself like the lazy buggers all cats ultimately are. You can pet your pixelated friend, and they give you a cute little meow in return. You can also fill up their water bowl once a day. But after I forgot to do this for about a week, and then panicked about finding a tiny corpse on the farm somewhere, I realised it wasn't actually essential. She was fine. My most favourite thing about these cats, and the main reason they're on this list, is the little flops they do. Keep an eye on your cat for a little while and you'll soon see them stop mid-walk and slump face first to the floor for a quick snooze. They don't even walk around that much. It's like a few steps is just too much effort and they need a nap. And you know what? I can relate. Next up is Kitty from Gibbous, a Cthulhu adventure. This is a great little point-and-click game where you play as a librarian named Buzz who gets accidentally sucked into a mystery involving a magical book known as the Necronomicon. Buzz reads a passage from the book. I mean, Buzz, come on. We've all seen enough movies to know you never read aloud from an ominous book of magic. Never ends well. After reading what turns out to be a spell, he realises he's given his cat the ability to speak. As it happens, Kitty is not too happy about this.
Do you want to be a...
Talking cat? Please don't take this the wrong way, but that's a resounding and definitive no.
So they spend the rest of the game trying to reverse the spell, as well as, solving all the mysteries of the book and the weird cults that come with it. Kitty is hilariously sarcastic in the game. She has utter disdain for her owner and all of his attempts to try and fix the issues. The girl has so much sass, she should be applying for the next season of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Sure thing, boss. As soon as I grow opposable thumbs, you're gonna have to man up and do it yourself.
Kitty reluctantly follows you around on your adventures, and sometimes even helps out, but usually only after some heavy bribery. When you're struggling with the story, you can speak to her and ask her opinion. Buzz is in way over his head here, and Kitty is the voice of reason. She'll often have some helpful hints for you if you're stuck, but that's not before she takes the opportunity to get in a sarcastic comment here and there.
Come on, Buzz. You're embarrassing yourself.
So if you've ever thought it would be kinda cool if your pet could talk, this one might make you change your mind.
Rare.
Oh, it is thee.
Fourth on the list is Alvina from Dark Souls. Alvina can be found in Dark Root Garden, crouching in a castle window. Pretty cool already, right? She commands a clan of hunters, super cool, who track down defilers of the forest graves, even cooler. She doesn't specifically say what happens to them after that, but I think we can all use our imaginations. Eek. Alvina does not look like a kitty you want to mess with, and her slightly demonic appearance is not softened one bit by her big fluffy coat. Alvina is voiced by Eve Karp, and if I ever were to imagine that a cat could speak, they would 100% sound exactly like this.
Well, indeed, thou art a strange one. Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee.
So, a giant demonic cat who leads a clan of hunters, hangs out in a castle, and has a bit of a Judi Dench vibe. I don't think I need to say anything else. The next cat on our list is pretty new on the scene. I recently did a review of this game, and I just had to add one of the characters in here. Introducing Flick from Misk, A Tiny Tale. Flick hangs around with your best bud in the game, Bag Boy, and spends her time sitting on his head. Like many cats on this list, Flick has a lot of sass to give and is not afraid to speak her mind. While the main characters, Buddy and Bag Boy, go on their little adventures, Flick tags along and continues to either complain or talk about food. In fact, she talks about food a lot, and I, for one, can get behind this. She even hijacks your phone calls with Bag Boy, and the back and forth between these two is just fantastic. The game is still in early access, but Flick had such spunk, and I just couldn't leave her off the list. Lastly, we're going in for an honourable mention. I mean, what list of cute video game pets would be complete without cats? With a Z. Because they're cool. With a K. Some of you may remember this set of games from many moons ago, the first being released in 1995. That's 25 years ago. Ugh, I'm so old. You can adopt different breeds of cat, and then just kind of play with them a bit. Their bulbous size and mechanical movements made them just so adorable. Cool, look at those graphics. Look, at the time this was the height of awesome, alright? It went hand in hand with Pogs, VHS tapes and Saved by the Bell. These lovable bundles of pixelated joy were the only consolation we had after begging our parents for a pet and getting told no for the 11th millionth time. So, even though they're a little outdated, I for one have quite the soft spot for them. So there you have it, folks. Some fantastic felines you can find in PC games. And if you've gotten this far, then you're clearly a major cat fan, or just a glutton for punishment. So I'll end this video with a quick look at an upcoming game which looks like an utter treat for any and all cat lovers. Stray is a third-person adventure game set in an edgy-looking cyber city. Lost, alone and separated from family, you play as a stray cat who gets tangled up in an ancient mystery and has to escape the city and find a way home. It's due to be released sometime next year, and I, for one, can't bloody wait. Once again, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your favourite virtual moggy in the comments below. And if you liked this video, then please do remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!